Hello, I'm going to send a few texts out so my friends know I'm around. Yeah, it's one of them Mondays. Today is Super Dacob's birthday. I'm going to say it about 1,000 times. So just so you know, Super Dacob's birthday. And he was going live while I go live. So yeah, and normally I don't go live when he's live because, it's Super Dacob and I watch everything he does, but it's a regular live. I can go back and watch the replay, and I don't want to miss out hanging out with you guys because that's just, my schedule is Monday and Friday, and I want to make sure I'm here for you guys. And I normally go live at 6:30, but I'm a little early. I had to get when I got home. Hi Craig. Hey Pixie. I actually had to unbox and do some videos before I went live, so I was rushing through that a little bit. Act surprised when you see everything again for the third, second, fourth time. I'm gonna put on a lipstick, and I'm thinking maybe I should try a different lipstick. I really should thin down my collection since I wear the same ones over and over again, but it is what it is. Jen, I missed your phone call because I was filming a video, but this is a YSL lipstick. Oh, so nice. If you like a bullet creamy lipstick, YSL is great, but it's scented and that bugs me. But man, the quality of the lipstick it's so creamy. It has a great pigment, a good cream to it. Very comfortable to wear. Yes, I did. So my sister sent me a text. So she might be being reassigned to teach another subject, and she's not too happy about that. And Jennifer, I still don't think they're going to have you do that because of the population you work with. You're really good at that. You know, darker colors look good on. Yes, and I used to only wear light colors. I used to not wear dark colors, but since I've been filming, I can see myself more. You know, and I used to like to wear soft colors to fade in the background, not be looked at, because you're overweight, wear a tent, don't look standoutish, don't look stylish, whatever. And I've gotten over that. So I'm gotten over that. So I have like very bold glasses and I have really cool lipstick. I'm cool with it now. Um, yeah, Craig, I don't think I'm hoping Jennifer doesn't get reassigned to physics because she's really good teaching the population she teaches, but they might be having a hard time trying to find a physics teacher. And Jen loves physics, but she's pretty much worked on all of next year's curriculum, and she has labs coming through next year that she got all this funding for. So I think it would be really sad, and she agrees, but no one else can teach physics but me and Joni, and she's not doing it. I asked Major, oh man, why is Joni not okay, never mind. We'll talk about teacher stuff later. Today is Super Dacob's birthday. Go say happy birthday. He is live. I am actually going live against Super Dacob, which is ridiculous, but oh well. I wanted to show you the loot I just got from my friend Beth. She sent me a bunch of stuff because when you own wink wink not items, you can't sell them because that's the part that's not the law part. It is fine to own them. You just can't sell them. So if you have them, you just have to gift them or destroy them. So she gifted me a bunch of her wink wink items. And let me show you. I have a whole video on it, but you won't see that video till August. So let me show you what it is now. She sent me a couple gifts too, just for fun. She gave me this Babble Bar Mickey Mouse in black and gold. I'm going to put this on she gave me a black zip bag. I'm going to put this on there with my dino. Actually, I don't know. I don't know where to put this. Babble Bar makes some of the best charms. They're heavy. They're heavy, but I like them more than I like Coach. Shh, don't tell Coach. And so I got stickers for my school kids. Woohoo, Jen! This is a little charm she gave me. Isn't that cute? Isn't this cute? Now I have one of these in blue that I sent to Craig, so now I have one also, but I have it in pink, so that's very awesome. And then she sent me this thing, which I didn't even know what this was. Like I've never seen this, but it's a phone tag. But I'm going to deck this out in patches. I'm going to turn all of these wink wink items into fan art. I'm going to take these things and I'm going to put patches on them. I'm going to bedazzle them. I'm going to crystal them. I might even paint some. I'm going to do something fun with them and use them. And no one's ever going to believe that they were authentic because they're not. And I want people to know that this is fan art. I'm a fan. Um, and I want people to know that. So anyway, this is one of the things she sent me. This is the other thing she sent me. Probably the thing I'm most excited about, honestly, because I love myself some denim and I love this. I love this. You're going to definitely see like some type of patch right here. I haven't decided yet on this wallet. Very cool. Very cool wallet. But let me show you. You should put cherry. Oh, I should put cherries on that one. I actually have all those cherries I can add. I also got, okay, so this is a visually, this is pretty. Visually, this is a fabulous bag. I know what this bag is supposed to feel like. This is the Kusan. This is no, nobody thinks this is the authentic version. Okay, guys, nobody. Um, that's what I was thinking. Says, oh yeah, put cherries on it. But this is beautiful to look at. Beautiful. But if you touch it, this is cow leather. This bag is supposed to be in a very, very soft leather. It's really pretty. But the telltale is, oh my gosh, this hardware is so not it. This is not it, y'all. This hardware is not that girl. Anybody who's ever bought a Louis Vuitton anything would look at this and be like, ma'am, you do know that was not made by Mr. Louis Vuitton. So this is going to be total fan art. I'm thinking about doing a really big kind of a patch up here, like a custom ordered patch, I think. I'm thinking something like that. It's really cool. I mean, I'm not upset with this. I think it's cool. And it has gifts. I mean, this one at least is leather, okay? I'm going to take all the interior patches off. Hey, Jennifer. And so this is a 3-compartment, like this interior patch. I'm going to take this right off. I don't want anyone ever at any point in life to think this is, I don't want somebody to find this someday and say, oh my gosh, did I find this at the thrift store and it's the thing, and it's the thing. Like, no, it's not the thing. This is not the thing. But this is a great microfiber interior, and this is a really nice leather exterior. This is a very unfortunate strap. This thing should be, this is shameful, the quality or lack of quality of the strap. The things that really, again, picture-wise, perfect Instagram moment. Textile touching-wise, she's not that girl. This is not, nor was it ever been, ever. But the other thing I can do with this is I can bedazzle all the fleurs, or this one I might just paint. I can't decide yet. I don't know. I'm doing well enough today. Yay! Yeah. Oh, yeah, Craig. Yay, you're doing well enough today. Woohoo! So this is so Donna was asking how are we holding up with the heat? Yeah, the colors are really pretty on this one, but this would be great to carry as a document bag or like a little, sticker pouch. Just put all your stickers in here as an organize it. I would think this is really cool, but as an exterior bag, no, this would not be that one. Hey Don. So, and this was the first one that came out of that, and I think this is the bigger cousin to that. But this one is the empreinte on this is really poorly stamped. The chain on this is pretty cool. But again, it's the color that really tells, and the strap quality that really is like, excuse me, who do you think you are? Louis, you're not it. But this is a really pretty interior. Like the microfiber quality in this is really good. And even this little pouch, nice little pouch. Like this one, again, these two Kusans, at least are leather, right? This one could almost be pleather, but I want to say it's not because the way it's embossed, but there's No, I want to say this one is actually a leather bag. You know, it's a little bit. If you've ever seen the real deal, the feel of this leather is too stiff. Um, and the hardware is a little too bright. Um, but at a photo from a distance, I think it's fine. It's a cute bag, you know. And I'm going to use these bags. And then I have two more, or actually three more. So four more. So she sent me a 12-pound box of bags, like 11 pounds of bags. This one is so cool, but it is it's the mail beat these bags up, guys. Um, and this is I miss these are from Just Beth, Fabulous Over 50. She gifted me a bunch of her Wink Wink bags so that I could upcraft them, and I'm going to do stuff to them because when you get Wink Wink bags that you're not using, you can't really resell them because that's the not lawful part. You can own them and you can gift them. That's all you can do. So she gifted these to me because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to upcraft these suckers. These are going to be so much fun when I'm done with them. No one's going to ever think they're the real thing, guys. I'm going to make sure everybody knows. I'm going to take sure all the tags are off. I'm going to craft the exterior. I'm going to do painting and patches and rhinestones and all the cool things. This is a coated canvas with a shadow print on it. And this is, this one, at least, this one might be leather. Might. And it's interesting. What's really giving away all of these bags to me when I look at these I was gifted these. Is the weight of the nylon thread. The thread weight and color on every one of these bags is what gives them away. It's not real. If I was because I spent a lot of time looking at threads and stitches. This one's closer than some of the other ones, but a lot of it comes down to the weight of the thread. And then if you look at the stitch interval, how long or short the stitch is, and if you look at the weight and color of it, that's really, I mean, yes, it's glaringly shiny, that can't be, and if you know, but honestly, it's stitching that kills it. Not that the stitching's wrong, it's just not correct for it to be from the company they're saying it's from. No, he has an outdoor friend that wants to see, and oh, nice. Last night was his possum friend. Dawn, got you wanted to go out and play. Yeah, Craig, I'm going to try not to buy a Fendi right now. So let me show you this other one. Now this one is ridiculous. This one is the Instagram, and it's wrinkled because I just got it in the mail. There's not anything on this that is leather. This whole thing is pleather. This is a coated canvas. The color's fabulous, guys. Fabulous color. The interior is pleather. This is a dupe of a very bad rep of a P9 but it is a fabulous bag. Now I'm gonna put like unicorns on this or something because this deserves unicorns. It just needs something stupid and fun on it and girly and just cute. Although I mean the glazing is just way too bright, wrong color glazing. The stitch weight, the stitch everything. First, it's not even leather, but the color is fabulous, right? And you know what? If there's a lady who sells dupe Birkins, and she puts on the bag, she paints on the bag, fake like this Birkin. I'm not gonna go that far, but I'm gonna go pretty far. This is fan art. This might say something like Pharrell wannabe. It's like P9 maybe. Something. This is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, it's totally plastic. I'm so mad I can't dig my bags out until I get my massive boxes of rubbish into the storage unit. Yeah. So there's two more. She also sent me this one. I'm not sure how to use this one because I've never seen this one before. The quality of this denim is fabulous, by the way. This is one, but this is I would not bet that this is leather, but it's still a fabulous little bag. and it has the rings back here, so it's supposed to be like a backpack, a mini backpack. It's super cute. I love the koala nose. Again, it's the shiny, um, it's just the wrong weight hardware. Jack, on that pink bag, you need to have a Labubu painted. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Jenny, will you paint me a Labubu? Or maybe I'll get Labubu stickers. You know what? I can get stickers on that pink bag, that P9 bag, actual vinyl stickers. It's a vinyl bag. Why not? That would be fun. Um, so let me show you the coolest bag in the whole collection that I didn't ask for. I said she just sent it to me. Jackie is supposed to be Vachetta. Just take a drop of water and leather paint, and you'll leather drop water and leather paint. Smart plan. I will do that. This is a caviar leather trendy CC. Never wish we made by, but I just went to the Chanel boutique kiosk at Neiman's. This feels exactly like this is leather. This is pretty dang cool. Jack, you're never going to use that backpack, make it pretty, and give it away. I probably will, Jen. I'm probably going to give away half of these. That's, I'm going to play with them. I'm going to make them really, really cool. I'm probably going to give them away because it's crafting. This is pretty. This is really pretty. And this is how I say, like, buy the dupe, buy the rep if you like the bag or not. Because this is the one that I've always wanted. This is like the one that Winnie had the real version of, but sold, right? The thing I worry about with this bag is the way it's constructed, and it's just the nature of a flat bag, is all the weight is on this post, right? So if you actually carry weight in your bag and it's heavy, because if you're holding it as a top carry bag, the top carry bag, everything is going to be, now normally these top carry bags with handles like this, there's a reinforced metal bar in here, and I can feel it, you can see it kind of, that holds and distributes the weight of this, right? And if you're good, if they're made well, they're attached between the interior and exteriors to help distribute the weight. Because when you put the strap on here, the straps hold this, so all the weight of this bag is on this. So if this metal interface inside here only is here and there's no other way it's secured to this bag, which I don't think it is because I can't feel it, you don't want to overfill these bags. So these are, this is not one of the bags that's going to last forever if you overstuff it. It just won't. But it's fabulous. That's beautiful. I'd wear this in a heartbeat. I think this is really cute. This is one of the fanciest bags I own. I love that. It's a great dupe, right? Eva has a real one. Yeah, that one could be called Chanel Trendy. Yeah, it's called the Chanel Trendy CC. That's what it's called. Another vintage ones I stand corrected. So anyway, so this is the coolest one that I didn't know she was sending me, which is the best quality of the bags she sent because of the leather. I can feel it. I'm most excited about this wallet, which I'm going to move into because I think it's really cool. And I am going to put probably a Hello Kitty on here. Hello Kitty sticker, do all the fandoms. But look at the interior of this. Now, this is where you can tell it's the quality of this is not quite there when it comes to the genuine thing. And again, this is not the genuine thing. And I don't even know how much these wallets cost, but I had a Sarah wallet, which isn't the zip around, but it's a snap wallet, and I think I paid like $600 for that, pre-loved vintage. But I really like denim and I really like blue, so that's the gift mail. And again, I just wanted to share. I know I'm going to get a lot of unlove, but that's okay. You know what? It's completely illegal for me to own these. I'm just saying, So, but the other thing, of course, I had to explain to my poor husband that 12-pound box was, I didn't purchase those things. They were shipped to me. I don't even know how much shipping costs because that went through UPS, guys. That wasn't USPS. That wasn't pirate ship. That was UPS. I just mailed something to Craig. A 4-pound box of Craig cost $40, and that's to Tennessee. She mailed this from Florida to me. 12 pounds. And I told her I'd pay for shipping, but she just sent it to me anyway. So anyway, let me show you the other thing that came in the mail. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, it came so fast. I ordered it on Saturday. Today's Monday. How in the heck did it get here so fast? Well, it isn't the Coach Peanuts wallet, which is what I was hoping it was, but I ordered 2 things in that order. So let me show you the second item that did show up. Um, and if you're not aware of this, you might actually want this deal. This is from Dillard's, guys. So I don't normally shop at Dillard's. I went there because Dillard's had the Snoopy card case I really wanted. But look at this. This is the Wicked Vera Bradley. So on here, it's hard to see. Let's move it to this side. In here, these are these little witches' hats, tiny little witches' hats, and there's bottles, green poison bottles or something, potion bottles, butterflies. It's just really, really, really pretty. And it was $41. Final sale at Dillard's, and this bag normally sells for $115. And I'm not a fan of the Vera Bradley redesign. I'm not, but I do like this style bag. And I wanted to get this in their leather. They have it in a leather, a pleather, and a fabric. And I wasn't willing to do pleather. I didn't like the leather enough because I'm worried about this type of strap. And already it unclicks if you don't click it in tight enough. Hi.
Hi.
Are we? Do we have? Oh yay! I had an 11-pound box that were gifted, so I did not buy them.
Okay.
James, we have Ava again. How many days do we get Ava?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Basically tonight and tomorrow night.
Today, tomorrow. Night. We have guest puppies, which I love guest puppies. So, I have a Peanuts notebook a couple of years ago. Yeah, James and the godchildren. Yes, the godkids are there, but they can't get over here because there's a sea of boxes in the way right now. So this is the Elphaba Wicked collab because they also had a Glenda bag, which also is $41 in pink. Jack, why didn't you tell me about these fun sales when you see them? Look at that color. Jennifer, go to Dillard's.com. I'm pretty sure it's still there for $41. And you can buy it. And I found it on Saturday. Actually, I think I talked about the Peanuts collab with a Shop With Me on Friday. I slept on it overnight and I ordered it Saturday. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this. I really wasn't because by a sitter for $41, it's green. It has witch's hat. It's Halloween's coming up. I know it's really subtle. I mean, you really have a hard time seeing this witch's hat. I mean, it looks a lot prettier on the photo with the lighting because it's really, really hard to see. And I actually really like the interior of this bag more than the exterior, but you can't actually look how pretty this is. And it has the Wicked label on the inside. So Wicked Universal Vera Bradley collab. But look how beautiful this. I really love the color. I like this better than the Glenda one. The Glenda had pink and oranges and wand. It had a wand. And I just really thought that I figured if I hated this bag, Jenny would like it because it has witches hats on it and it's purple and greens are like her favorite colors. So yeah, it's the purple that is what I like. Yeah, this is it's the combo. It's the whole combo. It's that like art deco type of look. And I'm not a huge fan of Wicked, guys. I read the book years ago before it became a Broadway play. I actually read Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister, and I thought that was a better book. But this one, I didn't really like it so much. But I didn't like I know it's sacrilegious. There's people who love the play. I didn't. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. Sassy as ever, Craig. Going to go look now, says Jen. See, hanging out with me. Oh, Jennifer, I would keep Ava on a heartbeat, but her mama might not be happy about that. Lori, how's Sabrina's? Yeah, that print is so me. Yes, this is so beautiful. This print is gorgeous. So if you're go to Dillard's.com. I just bought this on Saturday. They still might have a few left for $41. Final sale. This is worth buying it for $41. Now, would I ever buy this for $150? No. Not even close. If you're used to Vera Bradley bags from before, you can feel in the textile itself composition is different. This feels like it has more sizing in it. And it feels like it's a thinner material, and it's not as rich, texture rich, and feel as the OG stuff or stuff even from just 4 or 5 years ago. This definitely feels like it has sizing in it to make it, be this. And what I mean by that is it has a plastic feel to the textile. So this is not a cotton. It might be cotton rich, but it's definitely not just cotton. There is a plastic component to this, but that's fine. We're going to love it anyway for $150. Heck no. This is my personal belief. I actually think Target makes better bags than what Vera is doing now. And it comes down to the fabric. The print's pretty, but with the hardware being cheaper than it is, the handles not being detachable, the crappiness that they've done to it, I went to Vera Bradley this past weekend, or I can't remember when. I went it must have been Saturday maybe? I can't remember. I went to the outlet to go get a new blanket. And I had gone through they had a bunch of sales and I was looking, and it was so disappointing, guys. I didn't even take photos. I didn't film. I didn't do anything for the channel. I didn't make a short. I did nothing. Because if you're used to the fabric and the feel, I would recommend go to Target, buy a better bag. I hate musicals with the exception of The Greatest Showman and Wicked. I love, love, love the movie. Hey, Avalon, did you get any souvenirs from NKTOB? Confessions was better. I think, yeah, Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister was a really good book. And I think the problem was I read the books before I watched the play. Now, if I had watched the play, I would have probably loved Wicked. But I had read the book first. I have now learned if something is coming to Broadway or something going to film, watch it before you read it. I love the musical Evita. I love Evita and the West Side Story. Hey Don, I was your peanut strap. Oh, I've never been able to get into musicals, Don. I've tried, they just not. Yeah. Let me show you the other thing that showed up. This is the last thing. This is Craig's fault. He showed me this listing. I was having a really bad week, which is I kind of really, let's just say the month of June has been really rough. He showed me this bag, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. Look at this bag. It's actually a red orange, more red. It's coming across a little bit more orange, but it's more like it's red orange though. So do you see how this is clipped at the base? Look how cool this is. If they had photographed this bag like this, I think it would have sold much better than it did. You're never gonna believe. Oh yeah, I love The Sound of Music. That's my favorite musical. How much this bag cost. So this is a Marc Jacobs bag, and I love the way how they make it. See this plate of metal? On the reverse side is the back plate, and it says Marc Jacobs, New York. And this blue is a coating. This blue is a coating, but this red is the leather. So the back side of the leather is coated with the polyvinyl, and then so you don't want to keep a bag like this in the car, y'all. You don't. If it has a coating like that on the interior, this will melt. Plastic melts. Polyvinyl will melt. So you want to make sure you use this, but don't leave it in the heat. But look at this. Look at this. Facial, show me what vintage Dooney you're looking at. I might have what I can send you, girl. I have 1,000 of those bags. Do you see how it has this one scuff? That's the only flaw that was pointed out. This is a scuff in the leather. Yeah. Oh, and I did some updating to my fingernails. I put some extra stickers on there, like so I have double stickers. Isn't that cool? I love the stickers. So this is a squishy, wonderful, soft bag. This bag was listed for $15 on Poshmark. I looked at it. I sat on it. It's like, am I going to use this tote bag? It's a weird look. I don't know. And then she offered it for 12. I'm like, dude, for $12, it's a red bag with a blue inside. It's a book tote with a long strap drop, and it's Marc Jacobs. I'm like, fine, I'll just buy it. So all in purchase price is under $20. And I'm like, yeah, how can you have too many totes? You can't have too many totes. And once I got it and had it cinched the way it's supposed to be cinched, I really like the way it looks now. Like with the way they showed it on Poshmark did not do it any justice. And it's actually super cool. So you could unclasp this and it's just a rectangular tote with a weird hardware on the bottom. But when you do it like this, it's a really neat looking. Oh, it's much prettier in person. The pictures did it absolutely horrendous justice. And I'm part of a vintage group on Facebook that looks at vintage Marc Jacobs. And I just saw this. I'm like, well, it's a cute bag. It's really pretty. I love the blue. I mean, I said I could just turn it inside out if I want to wear it blue. But honestly, it's such a cool bag. I'm like, I'm just gonna use this as a shopping tote, essentially. Just when I go shopping and stuff, like I would use this with a crossbody. It's like when I go shopping, I'm paranoid, you guys. I want my money, my wallet, my ID to be in front of me. So I don't really like it on my shoulder if I have an open tote. So I'll carry 2 and 3 different types of bags. So like I'll carry a walk with a tote, shopping tote, because when I go shopping, I want to put things in this. Like if I have too many things, or a water bottle or a cup. Let me show you what I use today. And I'll be using it probably for the whole week because I love it that much. And if you watched the live with Jolie, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you've seen my Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. This, everything, it's called the Big Tote from Portland Leather Goods. Let me move this. This is supposed to be on the other side. So this, the way I had this styled for most of the day is this way. And I left it completely packed the way I took it to the office. I wanted to show you how this looks. So I have 2 sets of keys. One's a car fob, one's a desk key. So one's for work, one's for my house, or my car, I should say. My house is a keyless entry. So it just uses my biometric. So anyway, this is my, okay, how do I get a better photo? There's a cup. There's a coffee pot. Okay. And when I say there's a cup, there's literally a cup of coffee. There's coffee in this cup. This is not an empty cup of coffee. This is a swell. This is our swig cup. My sister bought this for Christmas for me, and see how there's coffee in there. I just threw this in there. Now I went dump this upside down, but like this is secure enough. Look how beautiful. I was thinking, is it too early for Halloween? I'm like, no, it's not too early for Halloween. So this is one of my Christmas gifts from Jen. And then the other thing I have in here is my coffee pot. So this is my coffee carafe. So this goes into my coffee machine, and I set it up every night. And then it has a timer. So in the morning, I just grab my coffee pot, I make my first cup of coffee, and then I take this coffee pot in my giant tote, and then I leave. And that's how I go to work. And normally I take 2 bags, like I'll take a small bag and a big bag, but lately it's just been too much. So all of my other small things are in here. It's just a pouch. And I'm going to change out my wallet. This is the wallet I have been using for all of 2 days because I'm going to use this blue wallet. So we're going to move into this blue wallet. This other blue wallet. Jenny, I always tell James, like, can you hand me the blue bag? Because he's like, which blue bag? I'm like, oh, the one on the right, because I have so many blue bags. Almost took the cup back. It's been in your living room forever because it's just now turning in. Okay, ma'am, it's now just time to take the Halloween out. It's July. Well, okay, tomorrow it's gonna be July, but I was like, and I love it because it has the martini glasses. I just think it's cool. So I took it to the office today, and I was using it at the office. It made me really happy. It's sparkly. It's pretty. If you don't use Swell, hey, Brian, did you see all of my Wink Wink bags that showed up? Now, they're not the best quality when it comes to, I guess, Wink Wink bags. I don't know. But this is really cute. And I think I'm going to do the cherries on it, which is what was suggested. And I also was thinking about using this as a pen cup. Honestly, not as a phone bag, but as a scissors and pens, because I have a whole bunch of those all over my desk, and I thought this would be so cute that way. No, can I see? Oh yeah, sure. So that's one of them. So let me pull up all of the, for the people who are walking in. I have a bunch of gifted items from a friend, Just Beth, Fabulous Over 50, and she gifted me the CC. Beautiful. This is a very good quality one. Out of all the bags she sent me, this is a very good quality bag. Very nice. This is, I was just at, I don't know what that says about Chanel, but I was just at Chanel and touching their caviar. This feels exactly the same. And I have a caviar wallet that's the real deal. I should probably compare them someday. But this is pens. Yes, do that. Yeah, Jenny. So I also got this Tucson. Now this one, the more I touch it, the more I do not believe this was ever leather. This is definitely pleather. But the interior is really nice on this one. But I'm gonna do I think this one needs to have a Labubu on it. Like a Labubu painted on it or something. Would be cool. Jackie, it's a cocoa handle, and the Trinity has the metal bar. Oh, thank you, Craig. Because the metal bar is in the interior. Okay, okay. The cocoa handle. Thank you. I don't know anything about Chanel. I have one wallet from them, okay? One. And then, so this is a very cute denim bag. It's a backpack, but it's very strange. I'm not sure how, it doesn't have a drawstring. So it's gonna look differently with things in it. And the way this is attached is kind of needs to be attached down here. So I think this is supposed to cinch. Oh, actually, I do know what this is supposed to look like. This is put together wrong. Let me redo this. And this one, again, the more I touch it, the more I think this might actually be Vachetta. But again, all of these bags, the telltale on these is the stitching. It literally is the stitching. The stitching, not so much is it stitched wrong. No, it's the weight and the color of the yellow thread they use. If you've ever seen an honest to goodness real Louis Vuitton, that is like, you can spot this from a mile. A mile. Like nobody ever would have thought this is going to be remotely. I like the studs on this though. And of course, the coloring of the glazing's not bad. I need to do a water test to see if these ones are actually leather. So, Craig, good idea. If I just put a drop of water, I have I guess every time I look at this, I'm like, it doesn't feel quite right. So this is how the backpack part works, right? And then this, now that I'm looking at it, the way this works is you do this. Oh, this is a Murakami? That's not right. No, it doesn't say Murakami. It just has flourish. There. This is how this goes. Now that's cute. This is super cute. This is super cute. Now this makes more sense. It's a little stiff, but this is really cute. I might actually have to use this at least once, just for fun. Probably not going to carry anything in it. I'm probably just going to put Labubus on the outside. But look how cute that is. And I'll probably just stare at it because that's what I do. Art, fan art. This is another one I got, Brian. So this is a Kusan. This one at least feels like leather. This one actually feels like leather, but it's not as soft as it's supposed to be because I know what the Kusan's supposed to feel like. A go playing trivia. Okay, have fun, Jen. So that one, and then I have two more, Brian. This one, which is really cute, it's a pretty pink one, but this is both of these. Both of these are plastic, y'all. There's no leather involved in these bags. These are polychloride fufu. This is a really bad rep of a P9. This, I don't even know what the name of this was called, but this one has a very nice interior. This one has a bad interior, bad exterior, and the story behind this pink one is that she Oh, these came from a friend, Erin. These came from a friend. These are inspired art. Well, these aren't inspired. They're just replicas, guys. They're wink wink bags that I got from my friend Just Beth because we can do that here. You can gift these things. You can't sell them, but you can gift them. And I'm gonna upcraft these to make them into fan art. So this is beautiful color. Nobody ever anywhere. Everybody thinks this is a flea market special, y'all. Nobody ever anywhere would think this was a P9. This whole thing is plastic. But I'm gonna make this into fan art and I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna upcraft it and I'm gonna do some fun stuff with it and I'll probably give away half of them. So I think because the fun part is doing that, making it fan art. I'm gonna take off all the labeling, you know. Yes, I do. Many of them I've been collecting for decades. I sold a lot, but still have many. Oops, which ones? Wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have a real Chanel wallet, and I have an actual Chanel handbag, a real Chanel handbag, and a real wallet, but nothing in the. Um, I went to the Chanel store. I really like their hobo, but it's expensive. It's like an $8,000 bag, and I kind of just looked at that and said, hmm. Um, yeah, I work for the state, y'all. That's for contractors can buy that bag. I'm not a contractor. Um, I'm so into that pink color right? That really pretty pink. So what I want to do with that bag is first shape it, leave it um because it's plastic, I can just stuff it and put it in a warmish room in the window, some sunlight, indirect sunlight, and it will heat and shape itself. And then I can see how it's gonna look. Yeah. Um but I'm really excited about this one. Now, the quality on the interior is the giveaway, but honestly, I don't think it matters. This is my real, authentic Coach vintage. This is my not so my fan art, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put a Hello Kitty or a cherry on here, just to be. I want people to know that these are not. I want it to be blatantly obvious to people who aren't bag aficionados that this is not authentic. I wanted people to know because I think it's important that, you know, I just didn't show you guys thousands of dollars worth of bags. Like, I mean, you guys know. You can look at those. You can look at those speedies. Like, yeah, no. But I'm thrilled to get them. I'm very happy to get them. I'm happy to be able to upcraft them. I think it's going to be a fun experiment. I think it's going to be fun to decorate and have fun with the bag and not worry about it. And then give them away because I can give them away. I cannot sell them. So anyhow, I'm going to move into this little blue, and it's really interesting. It honestly is the hardware in a thread. The hardware and thread. That's what kills me. But if you've never actually seen, oh, she's so awesome. She was so nice. She mailed that to me. That was a 11-pound box on UPS. Okay, UPS sent that. That's expensive, y'all. And I told her I'd pay for shipping, but she didn't. She just shipped it. That's why I didn't know it was coming, because she said she was going to send me some stuff, but I didn't know. So this is how the card slot looks. So that's also where you can tell in this, like, this is more like this could be leather, but it could also just be non-leather. But I think what really gives it away, the quality in this not leather, is that when you see the cut in this right here, in the real things, even if it's just a texture thing, this would not be this type of edge. Do you see that edge? They would not do that if that was real. This doesn't have, it has like gold foiling. So, I mean, this is what they tell you is like, it's really, if you don't know that, if you've never seen the real one, if you never held the real one, and this one looks pretty darn on a surface level. It looks like the thing, but it's not. It's kind of like the one I bought with the panda. It's so close, but it's just a little off. The shades are a little off. Could you put it a thimble? Oh, you could put a thimble what I know about LV. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. So I mean, that's the thing. Most people don't know. Most people have never seen them. I mean, they've seen them, but they've never seen them. Especially the Pharrell ones, the P9s, because they're so hard to see. We went to the Louis Vuitton store this weekend, my sister and I, and she didn't. She wanted to see the bag. I want to see the bag that Winnie got. I'm like, Jennifer, that bag. You know what Winnie had to do to get that bag? She couldn't even buy that bag from her salesperson because it was so hard to get. She had to get that from eBay from a third party from Japan because it was impossible to get that bag. I said, they don't have that in the store. She said, they don't have it in the store? I'm like, no. She was like, oh, well, that's weird. I'm like, yeah. I even buy one. I'll be consulting with you. Honestly, the pro would probably Winnie. If you're looking for Louis Vuitton, Winnie BLV, Dawn Loves Couture, they're more pros at that. Oh, and speaking of Louis Vuitton, keep Candy Sweet Love for LV in your thoughts and prayers. She's going through some stuff with her medical stuff in her family, so it's kind of like, ooh, she's on Instagram. It's not secret. So I just wanted to just mention that. So this is my new wallet for right now, and I'm going to throw this into my tote bag because that's what I'm using. And let's see how long. I don't really use wallets this large anymore, but it's so pretty. It's going to be fun to use. So I'm just going to use it. So anyhow, that is my haul. And it was a haul because, oh my gosh, I didn't expect that. I still have my Peanuts wallet still coming in the mail. So I'm super impressed with the Vera Bradley bag for $41. I'm very impressed with the Marc Jacobs bag. Very impressed for $20. Super impressed. Very grateful and happy to get the Wink Wink bags because I'm going to do something with them more than, because here's the thing, what else do you do with them, right? I don't want them in the landfill, so I want them to be used, but they look so, the two pink ones are obviously the flea market special, so I want to make sure that they look cool. So I'm going to upcraft them and make them look really neat, So I think it's cool. Yeah, prayers up for Candy and Josh. Yes, it's her husband who's going through the medical thing. But yeah, I have never been to an LV store. I don't even want. Okay, so we were talking about the luxury experience. Now, Portland Leather Good, their store, amazing. That is a fabulous shopping experience. The people in the Portland Leather Goods store, fabulous. The store is fabulous. So nice. I love it there. Every time I walk in that store, I buy something. Every single time. Now, granted, the price points are not the same. Every time I walk into an LV store, I'm like, why did I come in here? I would much rather buy their things off of their website because I don't have to interact with their employees. I've never had a good experience really in a Louis Vuitton store. Now, a Louis Vuitton kiosk, which are like the little vendors that are in like Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, they have been amazing because those people tend to be employed by the department stores. Different vibe. The people who are employed by Louis Vuitton, it must be a dog-eat-dog brutal world where they live because they're not very pleasant. Either they're underworked, understaffed, or I'm sorry, they're overworked, understaffed, and they're just harried. But it's I don't care if I go to the one in San Antonio or the one in Austin. Now, San Antonio is a little nicer to me. It's a larger store too. But the one that's in Austin, I'm just like, why am I? It's like, why did I walk in this store? So it's just like, and I love their stuff. I love them. I like the company. Chanel. Craig says Chanel employs straight bitches. Says what I said. Yeah, it's true. I think that's part of the Chanel code for when hiring. I mean, if you're working essentially, and Super Dacob said this because if you're selling a luxury good, I would hope you would make a luxury wage because you shouldn't look at the people walking in your store as like like a vulture would, because you need to make the sales and the quota to survive, because you can't actually live on your wage because they're the company. You're buying a $10,000 bag, $5,000 bag. You would think they would pay their employees better, but apparently they don't, because their employees all act like everybody who comes in is like you're carrying, and they're vultures. They really do. Yeah. So I went into the Chanel store, and I wasn't very impressed with how they treated me, but that's okay. I'm used to being profiled. But it was funny because my twin was with me, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know you didn't have a good experience." I'm like, "Jenny, you actually fit the clothes they sell here, maybe at the top size, but you still fit, and you talked about clothing. I'm talking about bags. Bags is a whole different profile." So they're profiling me as, well, am I going to buy their bag? And you know what? I've made that mistake a long time ago, one time, and I'll never do it again. Chanel did away with commissions a couple years ago, and their associates become, oh my gosh, they don't have commissions and they're that bitter still? Man, they should get new jobs. Work for a different company. If you're feeling that poor, I don't know. It's kind of like the Disney thing. Like, let me explain. Disney World, Disney parks, Disney anything's expensive. Everything Disney is expensive. Nothing Disney is inexpensive. You go to the theme parks, everybody spent $200 walking that door. Everybody. They even charge the kids' ticket prices, the baby ticket prices. They're pretty steep. So everybody paid a whole heck of a lot of money to walk into that amusement park. Everybody. But everybody who walks in there because they've spent a fortune feels like they should be entitled to the most magical experience in the world, which I agree. But it does sometimes lead to people not being very courteous, because they're like, well, I'm paying to be here. I'm like, yeah, well, everybody did. Everybody's paying. It's like same thing with airfare. I understand that there's economy and first class, but we're all going to the same destination. We all have to sit in the same airplane. We all have, even if you're in the front or the back, it doesn't matter. We all have to coexist in this airplane for the next couple hours, God forbid, 13 hours. At least be courteous to each other. Nobody's comfortable. Even the people in first class, they might be more tolerated, but nobody wants to be in a Airbus crammed in like a sardine. And if you're in first class, well, they have so much more room compared to what? A recliner? Seriously? Yeah, no, not comfortable. Not comfortable. No one's comfortable in an airplane other than the pilot. So I'm just like, So just be kinder to each other. What are you talking about? We're just talking about entitlement and sales associates, and I'm good. Are you feeling? Yeah, and just talking about being kind and the entitlement that's happening. I think the problem with the customer support is that there isn't very much customer support in general. And then when you do go shopping, I don't know. There's just like, if you're gonna go shopping, buy something, just don't look. Well, that's maybe what men do. Maybe men go in and buy the first thing they see and they leave. Like, that's what my husband does. And like, I have to tell him, stop, no, let's look around. Is that on sale? Is that the best price? He's just like, I just want to go in and get out. I don't want to buy. I want to go home. I'm like, great, lovely. You're not buying that. So like, let's go look and see if there's a better purchase, and he'll be like, fine. But women like to look. And I told James this. You know how many times I've gone to a store saying I'm never gonna buy anything? I'm not gonna buy anything. I'll go looking, and then the next thing I know is like, I have to have that. And I'll walk out of the store with it. That's what women do. So yeah, go shopping. You're looking, you're browsing. How do you know what's out there unless you see it, right? And there's a contingency of people say, like, don't go bother the sales associate unless you're going to buy something. I'm like, well, how do I know I'm going to buy it until I walk into the store and see it? Uh, Customer service is almost a disappearing. Oh yeah, customer service is gone. It's gone. I was already dreadful here in America compared to compared to Asia, but in Asia, it's a little too subservient, to be honest. It's a little bit too much pandering. to it's the opposite, right? It's so fake. It's like, guys, it's like, really, really, I know you don't mean this. Um, I will say I always have a game plan even before getting sick. I do the research so I know exactly what I'm shopping for. Well, that's very meticulously you. I live dangerously. I don't have a game plan. Well, I go and see what strikes my fancy, and it's in my budget. Of course, I'm not buying, $4,000 bags. I mean, that would require me to have more forethought. But I can pick up a $100 bag or $200 bag, and I'll be okay. James isn't going to be upset with me. I can't do that so much now because I've done it too many times. Like, I bought too many bags at $200 a time. Um, it's okay when it's one. It's not okay when I bring five. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I go browsing. You know, I go browsing. Workers aren't treated well by companies. Oh yeah, workers aren't treated well. Do you know how hard it is to work on the sales floor? You can't have a bad day. You have to be congenial at all times. You can't be uncomfortable, whether it's 100 degrees outside and you're standing on pavement on the inside. Like, I think the worst ever is the people who have to open the doors for people because they're getting all that hot air all the time. It's like, really, just we don't need a door greeter, but sometimes it's more of a door counter, and there's lots of reasons why you have a door greeter, but I don't think that's a fun job. Um, Keith says Lori. Craig says Linda, you're the the on the nose with that one. I think that our country as a whole, we're all a bit bitchy here. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. I think so. I mean, after traveling, granted, I haven't traveled in a long time, but we are a very casual country. At least here in the South. I don't know what it's like in the North. Down here in the South, it's athleisure. It's very. I wear what I want to wear. I look the way I want to look. Don't judge me. How dare you? It's like, excuse me, and excuse me is sarcastic. It's not really, oh, excuse me. It's more like, get out of my damn way. Um, so it's just the way it is. We don't have a culture where we have deferential treatment to our elders. We don't. That's not America. We have very little senior services. We don't really take care of our seniors, and we have a very strong independence. I can do it myself streak. That's not very community like. You know, I need a job. I can't get one. Yeah, it's just keep applying, girl. It's probably the interviewing process that's blocking you from the job part, because there's jobs out there, but interviewing is not easy. And most interviewing is about seeing if you fit their work environment. Yep, and getting worse and worse and worse every day. Yep. Yeah, so that's one of the things I think one of the biggest failings in my opinion, in our society is that we don't have um not so much deference, but we don't have enough senior care services or an aging um infrastructure to help people age into retirement or retire. We have a work until you drop mentality, and that's not really realistic. And I think the problem is too, because the boomers have aged up to the point that and they're the biggest swell of population. The birth right after of WW2, that group is aging up and they're still working. A lot of them are still working. The ones that were at the tail end of the boom, they're still working. And it's interesting because I have I have a friend. She's mid-70s. She's working still. Mid-70s. She goes to work 6 days, no, 5 days a week. I think there's one person that works on a relief. She manages a storage unit, but still, that's a lot of work for somebody who's much older than I am. You know. Linda P says, does anyone remember Dudley Moore, Arthur? He held the door for me once at a while because I was preoccupied. Then again, he was British. Oh, wow, that's courteous. That's cool. Yeah, people did used to hold the door open. Now, here in the South, they'll still do that for you, especially men, but not the younger ones. I don't think they even recognize somebody's walking through a door. Yeah. Let me take my meds while I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to look at these. I have to think, the more I look at this bag, the more I really like this one. And I don't know what this is called either, guys, but it's all plastic, but it's still kind of pretty. I mean, it's pretty. It's definitely visually very pretty. But I like the shadowing effect of the LVs on that. It irks me when a woman just passes through like she's entitled to it. Yeah, I always say thank you. But let's be fair, when a man opens, I say thank you to anybody who opens the door. Man, woman, child. And actually, children are very courteous. Children are more courteous than adults. You know, doesn't say anything. I did that last week. Held the door open for a lady, and she was, "What are you waiting on?" I said, "For an ungrateful." Craig, I believe it. I totally believe it, and I believe you said it too. So anyway, today's work with Ruff. I'm working on a deadline. You know, it's never good when the client asks for an update. We actually try never to have them trying to find where the work is, because that means we've had it too long. If they're asking, "Hey, where's this project?" that means like, "Oh shoot." It's been like one problem after the next problem after the next problem. This job is like the one that will just not leave me alone. So this is good. To this week, the entire motto this week is Friday is a holiday. Now, speaking of Friday as a holiday, do we want to go live on Friday still, or should I just go live on Thursday and just let everybody have a, you know, who cares at this point? Yes, live on a Friday, or live on, which is the 4th of July, or live on a Thursday, which is a normal work day. You know, I'm taking off this lipstick. I'm over it. I always kind of, yeah, yep, that's fair. Yeah. Whatever's best for me. Well, I'm committed to hang out with you guys, so I could be here no matter what. I'm not doing anything on Friday. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not spending any money. I've spent all my money. I am probably just going to be organizing bags. Whatever works for me. Okay, we'll probably just go live on Friday, keep it normal, see who shows up, because it is a holiday, but not everybody goes out. I mean, it's a 3-day weekend. Some people will be going out. Like Craig says, I'm an invalid. Yeah, I don't go. I don't. 4th of July is one of my least favorite holidays to celebrate because of, for years and years and years, it was when I was visiting my mother, because we would visit her in the summertime, and she dragged us all over to the American Embassy, or always the American Embassy, whichever country we were living in, and we'd have hobnobbing with the elite. And the problem with that is I am not very good at Greece, and I'm really suck at politics, and I'm not very. I'd rather sit and read a book than go out to the American Embassy and talk to a bunch of diplomats I don't know. And my mother, and because we're twins, y'all, we're twins. So they're like, "Oh, do you think my girls are visiting from America?" Aren't they? It's like, okay, not again. You know, I felt like a show pony, and not the best show pony. She wasn't too happy with us. So I've been to plenty of events, plenty of fireworks shows, plenty of fairs, plenty of everything, and I'd still rather just stay home and read a book. My mother says, "You are so boring." It's so funny because my twin, her children, would rather stay home. They don't want to go out and do stuff. She goes, "I make them do stuff because they don't want to do anything." I'm like, yeah, I understand. Mom did that to me too. And she took you because I said no. Jackie, I so wish I could help you. I love organizing. Linda P, yay! You know what? There's people. I have even given people who love to organize my I give them a run for their money, guys. I can defeat anybody's love when it comes to organization, because the best way to organize is one, space and a system, right? Consistency, a system, and the right type of storage. If with the right type of storage, you can organize anything to your heart's content. But if you have like too much stuff, which I have too much stuff in too small space. Doesn't matter how you organize it. I really just have to start reducing, which is something I might be doing. I'm probably going to put another bin together of stuff to reduce even more because I am determined, because I keep buying bags, that I need to not outgrow my 2 spaces. I have 2 rooms. 2 rooms. They should be enough space. You know, I'm going to be recuperating from Vegas. Craig says I have to meet with the tribunal Wednesday, and I'm not in the mood for this. Oh, yeah. Oh, not in the mood for that either. Today I was so out of it, guys. I didn't even put my hat on when I went to the office. I'm like, I didn't even realize I didn't have my hat on until I was looking in the mirror in the bathroom. Like, I forgot to put on a hat. And my hair was a mess because it's, sticking up and it's thin, and so it looked ridiculous. And I'm like, oh well. I also love purging belongings. So no, I probably will start working on some of these handbags to upcraft and go through my stash of patches and see what I already own and see how I want to upcraft these things and see what I want to do with them. And yeah, I'm probably going to give them away probably to some of you guys. Like, honestly, I might actually do a giveaway. Shocking. I don't normally do those things because it just encourages so many bots, but I might try to figure out a way to do it. The way the community guidelines are, it has to be open to everybody. It can't just be like, oh, you have to be a member or subscriber. No. It has to be anybody who enters. And you can't say if you subscribe, they can tell you that, but honestly, according to the community guidelines, you have anybody. If it's open, it's a random lotto system. Jennifer, yes, he has a tribunal of doctors because he has so many of them. Yeah. And they don't like talking to each other, so you have to make sure they talk to each other. I cannot tell you how many times when I was in my car accident that the dermatologist didn't talk to the orthopedist, who didn't talk to the urologist. And I was going into surgery the next day, and these group of people came in and said, oh, yeah, are you ready for your surgery? Actually, I was going to surgery not the next day, but on the 2 days from that date. And then somebody came in and says, are you ready for surgery tomorrow? Like, no, I just had dinner. I am not scheduled for the OR tomorrow. And they had to go double check because, again, it depends on, and urology would have done it on a different day versus what day orthopedics wanted to do it, but they both had to be there. So it was really a nightmare, guys. So doctors, make sure they talk to each other. Linda P, the only people I'd rather see less than the doctors would be. Yeah, I am. Well, other than my twin, I love hanging out with my twin and some of my sisters, but there's some of my family I just assume never see again, and I'm okay with that. Totally fine with that. Life is good. They don't want to see me either. I mean, it's not like they're sending me a Christmas card. They're not calling me. They have it for years and years and years. It's not one-sided. It's very much mutual. And it was done to us by our family. Our aunt, my aunt and my father, which would be their uncle, had a feud for like 20 years, and it filtered down into the kids. So the cousins don't talk, you know. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna get off this live. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go see what I can catch on Super Dacob's live, if he's still alive, because it's his birthday today, which is exciting, but I wanted to hang out with you guys too. So I will be back. I will probably do a members thing sometime this week. I'm not sure what day. Hopefully Winnie will go live tomorrow. And Craig says, I absolutely have no idea how I'm going to travel to Louisiana on the 12th of July. It's going to be rough. Can you fly? Or is it a drive? Yeah. Because at least with flying, it's faster. Night, everybody. Bye, everybody.